All right, guys, here we go. Going to be a quick video on Ethereum, ETH versus XRP. Okay, we'll see which one has a better chart, potentially, the breakout setting up, so on and so forth. Okay, but let me kind of backtrack here regarding these sideways price consolidation zones. See the gray area, and we've been in this, it seems like forever. And even a smaller one like this really wreaks havoc mentally, psychologically on the retail traders. Okay, they're getting whipsawed in and out. Oh, we're going to break out. Oh, we're going lower. I need to sell. I need to get back in, so on and so forth, through this period of time. And a lot of people just give up, tap out, get out of the market, completely. And then guess what happens? Yeah, you get these nice little breakouts, but not always. Okay, those price is trapped in here, so we teach our traders just sit on their hands and wait for that confirmation of a breakout either to the upside or downside. But let's look at what we're seeing here now. I had a little false breakout back here, a little false breakdown, trying to get the bears in. See how they manipulate you psychologically, on these things. It's all a big game until you kind of figure out what's going on. But been here quite a long time. Okay, now what's going to happen? If we look back here, we broke out, and then if you tilted this on its head, we far exceeded that sideways consolidation zone here, okay? Uh, and then up here, once it breaks out, we're looking at between 2/3 of this gray dash, gray dash, this gray box here to the full box. But to be on the, a little bit more conservative side, just say 2/3 of this gray box here. And we'll, whenever it pulls back, we'll bring it in. We're just doing that to keep from having to update it every day. Okay. In other words, making it longer than it should be. But anyway, when it breaks out, we can take that and put it on its head, and that's the price running, the price level, the target that we're looking at. Okay, just kind of some bro science there, or bro math. Okay, but it you'd be surprised how often it works. And then also, there's not too many promises, guarantees, 100% in the market, but this is one of them. Okay. Now on the 20 and the 200 on this chart, the 20 is the blue line, the 200 is the red. And if you're new to all this, the 20 simple day moving average is the average closing price the last 20 days. And of course, the 200 average closing price the last 200 days. And then if you're on a hourly chart, it's, 20 hours. If you're on a 2-minute chart, it's last, 22-minute candles, all the way to a weekly. Okay. But anyway, you can look back on any chart, doesn't matter what asset it is, crypto, stocks, metals, oil, whatever. When the 20 and the 200 come together, again, is a guarantee, a promise that I'm making you. The 20, well, first of all, price is going to break out. Of course, only one of two ways it can go, either to the upside or to the downside. And when they're that close together, the acceleration of price action many times is very violent, very powerful in either direction. Okay, if it breaks out, the price action is very violent, to the upside like it was over here. And what I'm getting at is the 20 will cross up. See, it doesn't have really very far to go. Cross up over the 200 and follow price far and away from the 200, or it could work to the downside. Okay, but I'm just saying, odds are now, we're looking more to the upside. Okay, now we do have a measured move up here, that gray dash line that we teach our traders to use. So right now we're not looking for anything on Ethereum until we break that line. Okay, now we're going to take on my chart, these blue dash lines are support. See all this support right through here? It seems like forever. And we put it up here. And basically what you have is a low, and we pushed up, made a higher low. And then if we could close today, okay, above this little pivot, see where we came up and did that V shape down, okay, we may end up getting a W formation. Okay, So basically, it's only, basically two ways markets reverse. It's in a V shape or a W shape where you make a low, come up here, make a higher low, then we pivot, and then if we can break out again, see, even right through here, okay? And then what happens in reverse? Well, let me get my pen, you make a V, a V shape to the bottom, okay? Or you make an M formation instead of a W, down, up, down. So high, lower high, you take out that pivot where you bounce back up and you get that measured move to the downside, okay? So, and then also real quickly, let me show you the chart on Ethereum versus XRP. Okay, this was the top. If you go back to any altcoin you want to, unless it was some sort of a real strange, weird pump and dump, something like that, the last high that they put in was back in the end of 2024, the start of 2025. Okay, they put that in, and then most of them have been just drifting to the downside, including Ethereum here. Okay, now let's go to XRP, and let me take everything off of here. Okay, see, there was the high. We came back in, but see how close the 20 and the 200 are together. But the main thing I want you to see is where we ended right up here and where we are now, okay, in this zone here. As a matter of fact, if you go back if you look on X, you'll see that I put in a post about a month before this even happened, or several weeks before this top even came in, and called it, like literally to the penny. Okay, and we teach our traders how to do that on Patreon. But neither there are here. But anyway, XRP, see how close we are. Then what that means is that the insiders, so to speak, the whales, the people that hold the most of it, they have not completely given up. Matter of fact, this is probably just retail that is sold off here. And then obviously a lot of the community, a lot of retail have held XRP, which if we go back to Ethereum, they really haven't done. Okay. And right here, see, there's where you started, this where you're, I mean, it's a huge difference. So that means the big money in Ethereum is sold off. Now they're beginning to, get it together. The community, the people that believe in XRP have started, getting back in here, and kudos to them. But see how far down uh, it had to go. See what I'm saying? And there was a whole lot less, sell off here on XRP. Let's get into the chart here, and let me show you kind of where we are. Okay. Yeah, that red dash line, that was our call for the high, and it was, it was over, so to speak. Okay. And what XRP is doing is slowly just putting people to sleep, the retail crowd. They're making low, see what I'm saying? Higher low, higher low, higher low. And then what we need to do, quite frankly, that 240, uh, that's for me, that's my safe zone. Okay, kind of get over this high pivot here. See, and then see all these wicks into it. The previous resistance. You got your 200 right here, kind of a flat 200. That's hard to get over. So in this area, we're good to go. But what I wanted to point out to you on a lot of these altcoins, they are gradually moving up, and people have been kind of, just left the market, have gotten upset, have gotten ticked off because they don't know how these things, the cycles, and how these things work regarding the charts. So they're giving up, but before you know it, they're slowly, rebounding. They're slowly resetting the chart, And then you're going to start seeing these explosive breakouts, okay? And then when that happens, then the people have been out, a few weeks, a few months, whatever the case may be, maybe even since the first of the year, they're going to start what? Coming back in with a vengeance, not realizing where all this started. Okay, when you start putting in these higher lows, start putting in these W formations, and to the untrained eye, people don't see that. What people look for, especially the retail crowd, they look for these big, over here, they look for these big candles here. And most of the time, they start scaling in or getting in the market with everything they have up here at the top. Okay. They see this big old move up and they go, oh my goodness, that's where we need to be. That's the, promised land, not knowing how to read these charts or or money management in there, and then they get wrecked. And that's another thing. I mean, you can look it up. The 90-90-90 rule. Okay, 90% of the people lose 90% of their money in 90 days trading these markets. Okay, so you got to kind of know what you're doing, and that's where we help out. We have a Patreon site. You can come over, take a look at us, check it out, and yeah, we'll school you up on this stuff. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out the link below, and we will see you on the charts.